What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, half the tournament play-in has been played, so now we're getting to some more offseason rebuilds, with today being the Charlotte Hornets and tomorrow will be the San Antonio Spurs. Before we get into today's video, guys, like usual, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here, that'd be greatly appreciated. We're going to be doing offseason rebuilds on every single team as they are eliminated, and of course we still have the other teams to get to that have already been, the regular season's already over. But regardless, how the play-in went, we know Minnesota won and we know New Orleans won. Heartbreaking, by the way, as a Blazers fan, because now it is up to the Clippers to save the Blazers CJ McCollum trade, because if we do not get that first round pick, that CJ McCollum trade was a disaster. It already kind of was, but that pick, not getting that pick would just make it worse. But regardless, the other side, obviously, the Charlotte Hornets back-to-back years get blown out pretty much in the play-in game. So how do they take the next step? Well, that's what we're going to try to do today. So let's go ahead, simulate the playoffs. So New Orleans got in the playoffs. No, that's just 2K, thankfully. But regardless, we got the Heat and the Suns, as the Phoenix Suns go on to win it all over the Miami Heat in 7 games. But like usual, man, it all starts with the draft lottery here for these teams are not in the playoffs. So player retirements, we usually like to look at just for a second. So Al Horford retiring, Mark Aldridge. Eventually, we're going to have to fix some of these, because some of these don't make any sense. I don't know. I mean, I guess Al Horford could retire, but doesn't he have like another little bit of money left guaranteed to him? So I don't know. Let's go to the draft lottery though, and let's see how this is going to go for us. I believe our pick is lottery protected from the New York Knicks, which is good because obviously we want our pick. So I would assume we don't get lucky today and get into like the top 5 or anything like that with projected number 13. But hey, crazier things have happened before. Let's see if we get lucky. And it is going to be our picks. We get the 13th overall pick. So today we don't have to sit back, watch, and relax and watch the draft, not the plan, but the draft lottery. So we end up with the 13th overall pick, while the Knicks get the number 1, Magic number 2, and the Pistons get the number 3 overall pick. And now it is time to fill out the staff. I mean, we finally actually have a head coach today. The rest of this will be fed out here in a second, and I'll get to you guys when I'm finished with that. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. So now that we got the regular season coming to an end, March Madness is over, and of course now we have playoff basketball coming soon. So what better way to make playoff basketball even more fun by playing a game we like to call Prize Picks over here. Prize Picks is a game where you're literally just picking overs or unders on NBA players or any sport you really want to in general. So basically, show you a few examples of some times that I've won some money playing this game. It's just so much fun. Basically, you just pick a player because they have numbers up all the time. You can either choose between over or under, obviously, and then you're literally playing nobody but the number. So you don't have to worry about facing anybody else and someone else beating you. It's literally you versus the projections, and it's so much fun. And if you want to go ahead and download it, the link's in the description below. Use my promo code Crushables, and they match up to 100%, deposit match up to $100. So it's so much fun. Might as well join it. I would love to see you guys play some Prize Picks. So now that we have the staff completely filled out, we can go ahead and head to draft night with our 13th overall pick that was already protected from the New York Knicks from, I believe, the Kai Jones trade, if I'm not mistaken, on draft night. So last year. But now when you look at the roster, I think the main priority for Charlotte this offseason is keeping Miles Bridges. Obviously, I'd like to think that's the main priority anyway. And then you got Terry Rozier's contract. And they have been in some Russell Westbrook rumors. Personally today, I'm not going to do that, though. I really hope they don't do that. I guess in a way it could make sense. But I mean, I guess if you're giving the Lakers like Gordon Hayward, which Gordon Hayward didn't play in that play-in game, I think it'd be hard to move on from Gordon Hayward this offseason, but maybe the next offseason when he is an expiring contract, I think it'd be a lot easier. So I don't see Gordon Hayward being moved. You do have like Kelly Oubre who you could try, and then PJ Washington is someone that they were starting in the play-in game. So not really sure what his future will look like here in Charlotte. He was part of some trade rumors in the past. You could trade him. And, there is the whole Miles Turner thing that you could maybe convince Indiana to give you Miles Turner. And this team is going to be looking for a legitimate big man as well. I mean, Mason Plumlee in the playoffs is cool, but it's probably not what they want at center. Unless if you're ready for Kai Jones to start, I guess. Maybe you play him at center, but I don't know. It kind of depends where the Charlotte Hornets feel on him. And then Isaiah Thomas got a little bit of minutes as well, which is cool to see. But as far as our draft pick situation, we have the 13th overall pick. We have the 11th overall pick. We have the 15th overall pick. And the second round for those 2 picks. But let's go to our number 13th overall pick. And honestly, I don't really know what we'll get here, but we have Jaden Ivey going number 1 to the Knicks, which I find interesting. Paulo Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith Jr. Wow. Jabari Smith Jr. Went number 4. Okay, never mind. I thought he fell even further. I was reading that wrong, but okay. We are at number 13. Jalen Duran was somebody I would have taken here, but he is not available. So number 13 for us, you have Keegan Murray, who I think is actually a really solid player to plug in here for Charlotte. You also have Oshai here. You got Johnny Davis, but I think I like the addition of Keegan Murray with his 13th overall pick. Give myself another wing player here in Charlotte, and that could potentially help us move on from guys like PJ Washington or Kelly Oubre in trade. So love the idea of that. And then you have a couple of other guards you can draft here. So you know, like JD Davidson, who I could take with my 2nd round pick, and then you also have Trevor Keels or Orlando Robinson, who I should probably try to walk away with, like a center that we might be able to rely on. But of course, we're going to try to still probably be in the trade market for a legitimate center. So you have Keegan Murray with our 13th overall pick, which I feel really good about. Davidson and Robinson we can draft or sign as well to their rookie contract 2nd rounders. Mason Plumlee is an expiring $9 million contract, so I think it would make sense to accept it for a trade or just to keep him as a bench player. I mean, Mason Plumlee, solid center. It's not like he sucks. It's just it's not really the ideal starting center. And then McDaniels, of course, will accept as well. Qualifying offers, Miles Bridges, like I said, will probably be the main priority, and then Cody Martin, also somebody they do like, and then Scotty Lewis. So we'll try to keep all these guys. But Miles Bridges, number 1 priority, obviously. I mean, it goes without saying. He had a really good year for them, and I'm sure the Charlotte Hornets are matching any offer he is given. So that will be the plan. But as far as trade market for us, so Rozier, I don't really see much changing as far as this roster. Maybe they go crazy, and maybe they do find a way to trade Gordon Hayward. Maybe they trade Terry Rozier, but I don't see it. I think it'll be LaMelo, Rozier, Gordon Hayward again. Maybe next year when his contract's expiring, it'll be a lot easier to move on from him. But I do think Kelly Oubre is somebody you could find, you know, maybe using a trade. You just got Keegan Murray, who I do like. So we'll definitely, you know, open up some minutes for him. I maybe trading Kelly Oubre. And you also have like PJ Washington and McDaniels you could throw in. Well, probably Washington more than McDaniels, I would say. And then Mason Plumlee and Orlando Robinson. So I think I want to try to find a way to trade for somebody. Now, obvious player to go get will be Miles Turner. I've done that a lot for the Hornets, so I'm going to try to do something different. But if I can't find anything different, I may just go back and trade for Miles Turner. I'm not going to lie to you. So we'll see if I can find something different that would make sense for this Hornets team, though, just to put them a little bit of a better standing at their center position, because it is a little undersized, I would say. So looking at things, I think the players that make the most sense for our center positions you could go grab in obviously the open market. Well, I guess free agency is still an option as well, but trades, you got like Christian Wood from the Rockets, who is on an expiring contract for them. So I think that could actually make a ton of sense. And then you also have Miles Turner, like I said, but I think I might go Christian Wood today just because, like I said, I've brought Miles Turner to the Hornets before, like many times. So I feel like it would be fun instead, you know, maybe go for Christian Wood, which would be interesting. So we're going to try to make this happen. So basically what this could look like for us is we're going to offer up Christian Wood, or we're going to try to get Christian Wood, I should say. So Christian Wood for, I think PJ Washington could be in the trade, just because you're about to pay Miles Bridges. I don't know if you'd pay PJ Washington as well. So PJ Washington, which would be a nice piece for the Rockets to want. So that's good. And you could throw in Kelly Oubre and then maybe not even trade a pick at all. So basically PJ Washington is the guy. So it's Oubre and Washington for Christian Wood, basically. You don't throw in a single draft pick here. You get Christian Wood straight up for these two guys, and you can maybe run away feeling pretty good about that. So let's see if they would accept this, and they do not. So, you know, I'd be willing to throw in a second, but I'm not trading a first for Christian Wood. Maybe you throw in another young player to try to sweeten the deal just a little bit. So you have like Nick Richards, or you have, we just drafted Robinson, so maybe throw Richards in here instead. And they agree. So we just had to throw in maybe one more young piece. And we got Christian Wood at our center spot. So that kind of gives us more size, I would say, at the center spot. I thought Christian Wood was a lot taller than 6'9", but oh well, I guess it is. I already made the trade. So, but Miles Turner would have also been awesome. Like I said, I feel like I've done that quite a bit. So trying to be a little different. So we basically moved on from Kelly Oubre, who was an expiring contract, and throw in PJ Washington, who we weren't going to pay anyway, because I'm already about to pay Miles Bridges. So I think that could be an option for them. And then you get yourself a legitimate big man who could help you down low. So Miles Bridges, 100% going to re-sign him and definitely bring him back to Charlotte. And then also Montrezl Harrell. I'm not really sure what the Hornets believe on him, but I would love to have him back as a backup center for this team. So I want to renounce the rights on Cody Martin. I do like him as an option for this team, but it is, you know, saying I should. So I am going to get Miles Bridges back, obviously. There was no reason to let him walk. And then Cody Martin as just a good option for us off the bench. So I'm going to offer Cody Martin a nice contract. And I think that will be about it. So basically, the huge upgrade was obviously getting Christian Wood this offseason. You kept Montrezl Harrell. Mason Plumlee, I could still trade in some type of trade. $9 million definitely could get you somebody on the open market. And I like McDaniels as our backup power forward. I like Keegan Murray as a guy getting some minutes off the bench. And then you still have James Bouknight, who hasn't even cracked the rotation yet. So we could definitely get him in there. and Cody Martin, and then JD Davison, who just drafted. So not really sure I would find anything, so I'm not going to make that trade, and I would probably have to include a first anyway. No one's just going to want Mason Plumlee, then give you something good in return. So unfortunately, though, we do have quite a bit of guys going down overall for this team. Mason Plumlee's going down as well, but LaMelo Ball went up 6 overall, which is good. Miles Bridges continues to trend up. Christian Wood going down 2 is not great, especially when he's 26 years old. I don't think that makes a ton of sense in my opinion. Rozier and Gordon Hayward, of course, going to be a huge part of the rotation as well. Starters for the Charlotte Hornets team. And yeah, basically the goal in mind, I would say, is to get past the play-in tournament. Get into the playoffs. You've been in the play-in tournament twice, got blown out both times by the Indiana Pacers, and this time the Hawks. So this time, I think it is safe to say we are looking to make the postseason 100%. So you have the players to get you there. You definitely have the rotation to do it. So it's LaMelo, Rozier, Gordon Hayward here for probably one more season. Miles Bridges, Christian Wood as your brand new center here in Charlotte. Who will give you some nice scoring option down low. Again, Miles Turner could be a good option as well. If they could convince Indiana to give him up, more power to you. Keegan Murray, Montrezl Harrell, Cody Martin, and McDaniels. Then Book Knight's not getting any minutes still. But as far as proficiency is concerned, if we take a look at that, it is 3.5 pace and space. Perimeter centric would be 3. 7 seconds is 4. So we might actually move this to a 7-second system for this team. And we can go into the season with the expectation of potentially making the playoffs. Shot tendency wise, got Christian Woods is an 84, which is good. Miles Bridges is good as well. Terry Rozier, I like where it's at, and Gordon Hayward as well. So, and I might move Keegan Murray up just a little bit. So I think that'll be it. We're gonna go ahead, simulate this season with the expectation of wanting to get into the playoffs for this Hornets team. Getting blown out back-to-back play-ins is not ideal. So hopefully this season we can actually make the playoffs. So at the end of the season, LaMelo Ball actually ends up winning MVP for the Charlotte Hornets. We finished up as the 5th seed in the East, 28 points, 11 assists, 53% from the field, 94% from free throw, and 45% from 3. And I know some people always comment that I like changed the MVP award. I swear on everything. I don't do that. So LaMelo Ball won MVP. Suck it. I don't know what to tell you. And then Rookie of the Year, Jabari Smith Jr., Indiana Pacers. Keegan Murray won 6th Man of the Year, which is actually kind of a W. So I feel overjoyed about how things are going around here. So Rookie of the Year, or not Rookie of the Year, Rookie wins 6th Man of the Year, which is awesome. 10 points off the bench. Defensive player goes to Giannis, and then LaMelo Ball wins Most Improved as well. So we took 3 awards home. I wonder if we won Coach of the Year as well. No, we didn't. But All-NBA first team for LaMelo Ball, which is awesome. Had a really good season for us. And then All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. So here we are in the playoffs, though. We get to play... Ooh... Cade Cunningham versus LaMelo Ball 7-game series. Yeah, you got to sign me up for that. I would love to see some of that in real life. But player stats wise, 28 points from LaMelo Ball, 17 from Christian Wood, 16 from Miles Bridges, 16 from Rozier, and 11 from Gordon Hayward. So I will say the supporting cast was solid around LaMelo Ball. A lot of good contributors, guys that can give you 20 on any given night. There's around 3 or 4 guys I could say that would definitely do that for you. Keegan Murray, Montrezl Harrell, Cody Martin, and McDaniel. So here we go, though. Against the Detroit Pistons, I have Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham. They kept Jeremy Grant. They got Chet Holmgren in the draft. So here we go. We're going to simulate the play-in, which we are not in this year, which is great. And we're going to go game by game here against this Detroit Pistons roster, because I feel like this could be a back-and-forth series. So let's see. Cade Cunningham versus LaMelo. Who you got? Game 1, we're up 1-0 to start things off. We actually blow them out by like 12 points. 36, 9, and 8 from Cade Cunningham. LaMelo Ball with 25, 8, and 8. So Game 2, they even it up, which makes sense. 32 and 10 from Cade Cunningham. Game 3, we're up 2-1. Okay, so we've already won 2 games in this series. LaMelo Ball, very inspiring. 36 points, 14 assists, and 21 from Cade Cunningham. Game 4, we're up 3-1. Okay, 141-100. LaMelo Ball, 39 points. Can we beat them in 5 here? Yes, we can. We're on to the second round. We beat the Detroit Pistons just like that. And wow, we get to play the Atlanta Hawks, who obviously just eliminated the Hornets yesterday. So this could be a little bit of a revenge thing for us. Maybe we get to the Eastern Conference Finals season number 1 in here. That would be awesome. We got Gary Payton, who could become a good free agent for somebody, because I saw a report yesterday that the Warriors do want to keep him, but it'll be hard because they're literally capped out. So we'll see how that goes, but it is, they're in the playoffs. So I'm not sure why he's even worried about that. Game 1, we are up 1-0. Start things off. Okay, Bogdan 27, but Melo Ball 40 and 12, Rozier 22, Gordon Hayward 22, which is what you want. Game 2, we're up 2-0. Okay, baby, can we go up 3-0? Yes, we can. Eastern Conference Final. Oh my goodness, we are in the Eastern Conference Finals already, and we literally didn't do much. We got Christian Wood, which is great, but I did not expect to get to this point this fast. So New Orleans and Memphis, Boston and Charlotte. So let's see. Gordon Hayward versus his former team. See what happens. Game 1, we're down 1-0. Okay. Game 2, we even it up. 119-114. Game 3, we're up 2. There's no way, right? 2-2. Okay, it's 2-2 series. Let's not get too crazy yet. If we can win on their home floor here, though, and go to Game 6 on our home floor, that would look really freaking good for us. Let's see if that can happen. So let's see. Okay. And it's looking good. It looks like we're about to blow them out on their home floor. As long as they don't come back, which they didn't. 132-111, 27-12, and 14. All we have... Oh, and Rozier's facing his former team. I didn't even mention that. All we have to do is win this Game 6 in front of our home crowd, which I imagine the home crowd would be absolutely buzzing, which that's a little bit of a pun, by the way. And we should win this. Come on, baby. Got those fans behind you. We might be going to the finals. We might be going to the finals. I think we are. We are going to the NBA Finals. 114-142, 38-7-11 from LaMelo Ball, 22-14-7 from Christian Wood, and we get to play the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay. Grizzlies versus Hornets. LaMelo Ball versus John Morant. And then Jaren Jackson versus Miles Bridges. Okay. This should be fun. Game 1. We're up 1-0. Win by 1 point in Game 1. Game 2. We're up 2-0. Oh my goodness. 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? Yes, we can. I think we might be winning a championship in season number 1, ladies and gentlemen. I think we might be doing it. So we won our first championship in this series with the Detroit Pistons. Can we do that same thing back-to-back with the Charlotte Hornets here? Close game, but I think it is safe to say they are going to win. So that's fine. They went on their home floor. We're going to a Game 6. So we're up 3-1. Let's not let them come back here, man. Come on. Let's take care of business. Let's win a championship. And let's celebrate. Let's go, baby. Come on. Got to win this Game 6. Game 6. Oh, boy. This is going to be a close one, isn't it? Oh, okay. This is a very close back-and-forth game. Looks like we got an 8-point lead. Okay. All right. I think it's safe to say, as long as we don't allow them to come back, I think we have won this game, and I think we're going to win a championship on our home floor. Let's go, baby. Season number 1, back-to-back episodes of this offseason rebuild series where we're winning a championship. I'm ending it off there, boys. I'm ending it off there. Thank you guys for watching. Leave it a like if you did enjoy. Tomorrow, we will be doing the San Antonio Spurs. Will we win a championship with the Spurs? As I hit my desk? I don't know. Good question. But I'm going to let you guys watch a championship celebration. And yeah, let's go, baby. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.